Hello, everybody. I am late. I am sorry. Oh, goodness. And this is not angled very good. Messing around with the camera. How is everyone? Hi, Kat. How are you? Long time no see. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I just got home an hour ago, and I had to grab a salad for dinner, and so here I am. Hi, Isabel. Thank you for coming by, guys. You're sleepy. I'm sleepy too. Yesterday morning I got a call from the Jackie, the visiting nurse that goes in to see my mom in her assisted living place, and she said, I think she needs to go to the hospital because Kathleen, because she has a problem with her legs. She has cellulitis, she's diabetic, and her legs they ooze. They just ooze. And it had been getting better, but as of yesterday morning, the soreness and redness and oozing started traveling up her leg. And when I saw it today, she actually has an open wound in the front of her leg, and her whole back of her leg and ankles are raw meat. So she refused to go to the hospital yesterday. But I got her an appointment at the wound center today, and I took her, which is in the hospital, and they took one look at it and said she needs to be on IV antibiotics. Yeah, duh. Anyway, and my mother is allergic to a lot of stuff. So there's only certain IV antibiotics they can put her on. So anyway, long story short, from 8:30 this morning when I had to leave to go get her until 6 p.m. tonight, I've been gone all day getting her admitted, and then I had to stop at the grocery store on the way home because my son's 31st birthday is tomorrow, and I have nothing to give him to eat, special, or so I stopped and got him some cheesecake that he likes, and his birthday's, and oh, this is blasphemy. I bought a card or two, but he likes those funny ones, He's not really into the mushy stuff, and he could care less if I made it for him, I think. So anyway, I had to do that. So I am not prepared for any crafting, but I have a couple things I think I can do if it's all right with you guys. I thought I'd share all these beautiful cards I've gotten from people so far. Not my family, but just crafty people. And if you want, we can do a walkthrough. I got this magazine, card making, and I think that says paper craft. I don't know. It's kind of covered up. And show you the free. Now look at this. I'm going to unveil this. Look. Vintage Tea Party. Now, I wish I had opened. I got this a couple days ago. Wasn't in time for our swap, but yeah, wouldn't that have been cute? And also this. Anyway. And another thing I could do is catch up on my planner and do like 2 weeks of my planner. And another thing I could maybe do is I'm supposed to do a memory dex card for someone, and I have a die that I actually had bought from Jimmy Lanny Creations a while back. So is that all right with you guys? And we just chit chat while I do it? Okay, Jackie, that's fine. Yeah, Mom is 90, and this is her 5th hospital stay this year. We started off bad, and then we went 2 months without a hospital stay. So in March she was in there, but that time she ended up having to go into rehab for a while, and that's the one that prompted me to have to sell her house and move her into assisted living. And thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Kat. And so anyway, and then she was in let's see, that was April. She moved into assisted living actually in March, and then ended up back in the hospital and rehab. So she really didn't get in there till April. And then July and August she was in. maybe this is only her 4th time because I don't think she's been in for a stay since August. So maybe this is only 4th time this year. Anyway, it's just, I just feel like it's in a catch-22 because insurance won't cover visiting nurses to come out every day. And then when they only come out every 2 or 3 days, then her legs get worse. And the wound center is all over her. You need to have elevation. Well, she sits in a reclining chair all day. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. So anyway, I'm kind of at my wit's end and feeling bad. So anyway, this one came today. This is from Vivian Holloway and the cute snowman. So thank you, Vivian, if you watch this at some point. That one I just got today. This one, I'm in a swap with, oh gosh, it's like Becca's Bows on Instagram. It was a 12 Days of Christmas swap. That's okay, Jackie. I was just talking about my mom, and what I thought we'd do is I'll show you the Christmas cards I've gotten from crafty people so far. I have a card making a paper craft magazine I can walk through with you. And I have 2 weeks of planner. We can do some of that. Or I have a memory dex card I have to make for somebody. So, oh, the latest thing with my mom too, this insurance, this stay, they made me sign a paper that said it would be, yes, Perfectly Imperfect Crafts her name is Kathleen, but she goes by Kat as far as I know. Anyway, they're treating it as an outpatient, even though she's admitted. Oh my gosh. I was furious. I actually went to the doctor in the ER and said, I don't agree with this. They made me sign this paper, but I don't agree. And he said, oh, you have to talk with the caseworker. And she agreed with me, but she said, that's the rules. Anyway. Hi, Paige. How are you? Now, and Stamp Girl, STMPGRL, that's Paige, in case anybody didn't know. So, yeah, she's admitted as an outpatient, which basically means she's going to have to pay more than she would if she was an inpatient under her insurance. So, yeah, how about that? Hi, Clay. JWB52Z is Clay. So, yeah, aren't we all busy? And then I won't repeat the story. Anyway, this is from a swap where we did a 12 Days of Christmas, and we're supposed to be opening an item each of the 12 days, and I've opened 4 so far, and one of them was a Christmas card. So she hasn't signed it, but she made this card for me to use or choose, do as I choose. And she goes by Becca's Bows something or other on Instagram. I don't think she has YouTube that I know of. Her real name is Rebecca, but she goes by Becca's Bows. And then here's the inside. So I like how she did this with like a journaling card and then stuck it down on top of a larger journaling card. And then this one has washi. So that's kind of a cute idea. And then this here is a brad. So you guys are really creative. Sometimes I get in a slump and I get stuck. And then another thing where she had to write a letter to me and I had to write one to her, which I did. But she got, and I might do this soon too. She got anxious and opened all her stuff. So, and I haven't done that yet. So anyway, this one I think I already shared. This is the first Christmas card I got from anybody, and it's from Tina Massey over at Tina's Crafty Life. Yeah, this is really cute. She colored all these in, I think with maybe colored pencil. All these little gingerbread people. So, hi Lisa. So that's that one. And then this one was the second one I got, which is beautiful. And this is from Debbie Vignola. So also cute. Very glittery. I will say when I opened this, I had like a glitter bomb everywhere. But it's gorgeous. And she stamped the inside. Look at that script on that stamp. May your Christmas be warm with love, blessed with joy, and bright with promises. That's a really nice sentiment. This one came yesterday, and there's a couple pearls coming off, which I have to glue on to go right there. This is from Deb Hendrick. And on the back of her envelope, she wrote, God loves you, and so do I. And Deb Hendrick, if you watch this again, I love you too. Okay, girl? And yes, God loves us. Is that one a bunch of star pieces to make the tree? It's origami folds to make this tree. It's individual pieces of paper folded like origami, and I have not done origami since like elementary school. So I don't know how to do this, but I think Debbie Vignola, I think she did a tutorial on this a while back. I'm not sure. Yeah, Kat, I did some of mine yesterday, but my dining room table has all my cards I made and some other ones spread out all over it still. So I apologize because everybody's not going to get one this year like I had planned. Hi, Debbie. I'm just showing your card again. Hi, Lisa. You don't do origami either. You did do a tutorial, Debbie, on how to do this because I want to learn this too. I think this is beautiful. So, yeah. No more money. Yeah. You know, I have one present so far for my 6-year-old granddaughter for Christmas, and I have a few things on a list, but I haven't done any shopping. So, you know what? I was going to postpone this live till tomorrow sometime, but I actually need to go out and physically shop because nothing will get here in time if I order it now. Anyway. Oh, Kathleen, what's that? Did I miss something? Oh, you're doing your Christmas cards now. Yeah, it's the same. I wanted to send to everybody that entered any challenge or placed an order. I'm out of time. And I actually, yesterday, I had this project kit from Stampin' Up called Timeless Tidings Project Kit, and it made 20 cards. And I used also this Timeless Tidings stamp set, which I really love this stamp set, but it is being discontinued at the end of the year, but I love it. Anyway, I made 20 and I made them just like you were supposed to, except I did a boo-boo on one and changed it up a little bit, but, and I did a little extra stamping, but, yeah, so I made 20 cards with that, and then I had some that I hadn't mailed out to people also, and I used those. Now I still have some left, so, but I'm just out of time because tomorrow I have got to shop, and then Thursday I'm sure I'll be back at the hospital either moving mom out or I don't know what. Anyway, this one's from Deb Hendrick, and she actually gifted me inside a Spellbinder's die called Party Time, but it looks like flowers to me, which is cool because I love flowers. It's called a Camellia Border. So thank you, Deb Hendrick. And she's got the nativity. And then she says the ring on the front is a symbol of God's love and our friendship. Oh, that's so sweet. And then there's more. Anyway, Merry Christmas and Deb Hendrick. So thank you so much, Deb. And then this is actually from a personal friend here in Pennsylvania. And she knows I love my kitty cat, who doesn't look like this. My cat's a black and white cat. Yeah, I'm having trouble with it this year too, Jackie. I don't know, I don't know what it is. And every year I say, I'm going to start in January and I'm going to be ready. And somehow October rolls around and then November comes around and I'm not ready. And then it's like, here I am again. I have to get better somehow at this. So anyway, she says, hope a happy holiday season is right in front of you because the Santa hat tassel's right in front of her. I know. Oh, yeah, Jackie, I'm sorry. I know it's hard for you this year, especially. Oh, and that one I won't show because that's a personal one. And I think I have more that I must not have brought up. So anyway, because I have one from Marlene Schroyer. And I have some other ones. So I'm sorry I didn't bring them up. Eeks. All right, well, let's do the magazine walkthrough. Forgive my... Oh, if you ever get these kits and they have gold foil in them and you can't get all the little pokey bits out, instead of using your pokey tool, just stick the strip or whatever it is down and then lift it up, and all the little bits stick to the other paper. I like the kitty card too. Yeah, I miss my dad. Obviously, my mom's still here, and I'm dealing with that. But she's 90. She turned 90 at the end of September. I have not looked at this. I took it with me to the hospital today, but I never got out of the plastic until I got home. So it looks like it has a pop-up box and craft a floral wreath, which is on my to-do list. Lily of the Valley stamps. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to spend the whole time just... So we'll just do a quick... Okay, I have to move stuff out of the way. Hang on. So what have you guys been crafting? Anything? My mom is in the hospital again today, Lisa. That's what I was talking about earlier on before you came on, I think. You know, and holidays are tough for me too, Kathleen, because my kids are grown. I have grandchildren, but and I do Christmas breakfast with them. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, Debbie. That's got to be hard. You're still making cards. Yeah, me too. Me too. Still making cards. But I don't know. My kids are grown and it's not the same. I put the tree up this year, but this is actually the first year my son and I have agreed we're not going to do stocking stuffers, because I still, since he lives at home still, I still try to put little stuff in there, but this year, hot foil machine. That's something I watched somebody doing foiling. It was somebody called Nancy Stamps, I think, the other night when I was just like, you know, sitting doing nothing, and it looked really interesting, but that's not on my radar for right now. Yay, Kathleen, a loaded envelope. That sounds cool. Yes, Lisa, I saw your video on making bowl cozies. I might actually pull out the sewing machine sometime next year and try that. So, Paige, you're working on your January collab projects. You're putting me to shame. I haven't done my December 31st ones yet, but I'm going to. Okay, well, this is the table of contents. Da-da-da. It looks cute. Has a lot of cute stuff in it. I subscribed to this because they gave me a deal I couldn't pass up, and but I don't know if I'll continue it because it comes late compared to when I think I should get it. Like, what's this? This is called, what is the, well, it's from the UK, you know. But each issue is like $13.99 US normally, and I think I paid $16.99 for like 6 issues or something. Who received a laminating machine? Good afternoon, good evening, actually, Barnyard Chicken. I can't remember your first name. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sandra. You're not invisible. I didn't see you earlier, but I see you now. So I apologize if I missed you before. Yeah, I think it's a good magazine. Not convinced this is a good product, but that's all I'll say in that matter. Now, see, these are cute. Like, Debbie used pastels in her Christmas card, and so did Tina. I never think to do that with a Christmas card. This glare is really bad. I don't know how I can fix this. Hi, Catherine. V1 Crafter KB she's from the Virgin Islands. Lucky her. And I think it's Catherine, right? I'm sorry. My brain is about fried. Oh, really, Debbie? That's the first time you did that? Well, it turned out beautifully. I never think to do that. There's one YouTuber who has a pastel Christmas tree. Oh. Let me guess. Is it the one? Can't remember her name now. The one that sounds like a little girl in Canada. Oh, thank you, Sandra. You leaving us already? Thank you, Catherine, for helping me out with that. I thought I was right, but I just want to make sure. Anyway, I'm not being very good about showing this, but I like these. They're like snowflake shaker card. And this one's really cute. It has little gingerbread men and candy canes like on a wreath. Really cute. I do have some Nouveau drops. I haven't really used them lately. I'm a Stickles kind of girl. Miss Eddie Blue. Yes, that's the one I was trying to think of. So, Cool Yule. They have some ads in here for Echo Park paper. Mostly I like these magazines to get ideas on card styles and other paper crafts. My original intent for tonight was my neighbors and I exchange little gifts, usually on Christmas Eve, but I won't be home Christmas Eve actually this year. But anyway, well, I don't know, maybe I will be now because of Mom. But anyway, and what I was going to do, originally I was going to do like a double tea thing. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, thumbs up. And so, but last year, or maybe it was the year before, at Christmas tree shops, I found a big container of tea bags, and they were all individually wrapped, and they had names like Christmas Comment or Christmas Breakfast. I can't find them anywhere this year, and I really wanted to put like a double tea bag thing I've seen done. So I scrapped that idea, and then I bought some Ghirardelli chocolate squares, and I think I'm going to do just like a Matchbox style, you know, the kind you flip up and you staple it at the bottom, and do a Ghirardelli in that, or two, and put them in a handmade little bag that I make with my bag punch board. Okay, this has like a pop-up box, which looks like way beyond my capability, but I don't know. Maybe I can do it sometime. Not tonight. You don't do shakers? I can do shakers okay. The key to shakers is, well, there's a couple keys, but one of them is don't overfill it. I tend to put too much in and then it doesn't shake good. And then with the box cards are fun. And that's a good goal, to learn how to make shakers. And then I have found that if I use like tape runners and stuff, they stick to it. So I use usually a foam, like a foam tape, and that bumps it up a little more, and they don't tend to stick to it. And you can take your embossing buddy and you know, the thing that's like powder stuff, this, and I'm no expert on shaker cards, I've only made a few, but you can take this and go around the inside where you put your foam tape so that it's not sticky anymore, and then your little shaky bits don't stick to the sticky as much. Debbie Vignola, you haven't made a shaker? Really? Wow. Yeah, but you can make these pop-up explosion boxes without a die, I think. I really want to try this. Maybe if I have time in January, I might try it for my daughter's birthday in February. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Mindful Christmas. Okay, there's a paper wreath. Not sure I really like that. It's just too in your face kind of thing, but I don't know. It's all right. That's something I maybe could do. The shaker foam is good because the sides of the shaker foam, right, the sides are not sticky, so it's good to use the foam. You can use fun foam from even, you know, the dollar store or something. It just has to be thick enough. So, yeah. I am not an expert at it by any stretch. And then in pocket letters, I've done shakers in the like the middle sections, and I just use my We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool to seal it up. Aww. Oh, have fun, Isabel. You can get foam on a roll. Stampin' Up! Also has these foam strips you can use, which I haven't opened yet, but foam adhesive strips they sell, and you can use those. But there's also, you know, Dollar Tree has, now this isn't thick enough to me, this foam mounting tape, but unless you double it up. So you can get it pretty much anywhere, but I also just have some kid fun foam that you can cut in strips and glue it together, and that works too. So anyway. So yeah, this is kind of late for Christmas. Now these ones have like scenes, but they're curved, and then they sort of have the scene happening behind them. They're cute. What do they call these? Cozy Christmas dimensional cards. Okay. Build a scene. Okay, they're from Dies. You didn't see the strips before? They are number, I can tell you, 141825. They're in the annual catalog. I will try and make it a point. Let me know either in the, maybe in the comments after I load the video up. Let me know what kind of lives you want in 2019. I'm going to try and do one a week on Tuesday nights at 7-ish, starting in January. Also, I'll be announcing this formally, but me and some of my team and some of my uplines team other than me are going to be doing a hop called Card Hop by Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and that will air on the 20th of each month, and it'll be cards, and it'll be a different theme every month. So look forward to that on the 20th, and that'll be using all Stampin' Up! Product. And then I'm still going to be doing cards with Paige and Peggy, except Paige is way ahead of me, but I know she does. She works ahead. Are they the ones with the, oh gosh, I had to catch up. No, they don't have acetate. Here, let me take them out of the packaging. I hope you're asking me that. Well, maybe I will. Okay, there's two sets of them. No, they're just foam. They're sort of, this is sticky on both sides. It has a label that peels off, and you can cut them to whatever length you want them. Hi, Annie B. I hope I didn't miss you previously. And then also, I'm still going to be doing the Oh So Inspired collab, which is on the 15th of every month. Now, acetate, they just so y'all know, Stampin' Up! Does sell vellum, and they sell what they call window sheets, which is acetate. That's in the annual catalog too. And there's some designer paper coming up that has vellum in it. Did I show you that? Let me get that real quick. I'm getting sidetracked. It's called Floral Romance. It's really pretty. Acetate pieces. I mean vellum, excuse me. Ugh, I am so not with it tonight. So this is paper. Duh. But, oops. But this is acetate. It's a floral acetate. Let's see. So, and you can cut out these individual leaves if you want to. There's 3 sheets of it in here. Plus, there's another set of it. Hang on. There's like this peachy. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see the pattern? Oh, and if you didn't see my other video, guys, the clearance rack on Stampin' Up! Refreshed the other day. Yesterday morning, I think. Lots of good stuff out in the clearance rack, and thank you to those who placed an order with me. I really appreciate it. And I know several of you did actually. Oh, and my upline Dina, she is under $1,000 away from reaching her $1 million in sales in her career with Stampin' Up! So that's pretty amazing. I'm like, $1 million in sales. Oh my gosh. 20 years to get there, but you know. That's good, Jackie. I think you'll do good at tutorials and lives. I'm not so good at doing tutorials. Unless I'm live. I think I do better then. Anyway, these are pretty. They're sort of vintagey looking. This is a Happy New Year card. Very Merry Christmas. And I'm sorry I'm kind of all over the place tonight. Just been on a little bit of a rough day. And peaceful and bright. Anyway, very pretty. These are more my style though. Traditional colors, and I'm really getting into layering though. Lots of good stuff in the clearance rack. Lots of good stuff in the holiday catalog is going to go away at the end of December too. I know it's a rough time of year though for everybody to spend money on crafty stuff, but we want to, don't we? Anyway, 6 ideas for your bonus papers. Okay, let's look at the bonus papers. Here's the bonus papers. 31 quality craft pattern papers. Now, technically, I'm not supposed to be showing this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to because I'm tired tonight. This is beautiful. This reminds me of like wallpaper and my aunt who's now gone. Actually, she was my mother's brother's wife. They had a huge, the bathroom was like as big as my bedroom with one of those old-fashioned claw tubs in it. But the wallpaper was like all pink and florals, and it was a gorgeous bathroom. I would have liked to move that to wherever I was. Yes, you know, Jackie, between next week and the new year, in between, let's see, my son's birthday is tomorrow. My friend Charlie's birthday is the day after Christmas, and my granddaughter Haley's 6th birthday is the 28th of December. And then we have New Year's. Yes, I'm naughty. I'm naughty instead of nice. Maybe I'm naughty and nice. I don't know. But these are really pretty. They're thin now. They're always thin, but they're not that shiny magazine-ish paper. They are a matte. So, yes, you guys have to let me know what would you like to see me do live. And I know people have been asking me for a tutorial on my vintage flip book. People want jewelry tutorials, but I just don't feel like I have a good setup to do them as tutorials. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry. Ew, surgery, yuck. Yes, Lisa, I know, I said, why didn't I get this before the vintage hop was over, right? But maybe there will be more vintage hops. But I think Carmen has mentioned that Maybe they'll be a little tougher. I don't know if I can do much tougher than what we already did. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lisa. I saw your video on your knee. It's just a rough couple weeks here. But this paper is actually really pretty. And I think I'm supposed to be in a... I don't know if she's still doing it. Jan's Crazy Life was supposed to be doing a use up one paper pad collab. But I don't know if she's still doing that in January. In a way, I hope so, because I have like 6 paper pads with 48 sheets in them that I really could use up. And in a way, I might get in trouble for using it because it's not Stampin' Up! Paper. It's not going to be hard at all. Isabel, you mean the new collab that you're planning? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure Carmen said she was going easy on us. You know, you guys were going easy on us for December, but you don't think it's January, Kat? That's okay. I might need a little bit of a break after the holidays. I know. This paper is pretty. Pretty, and it does repeat. I mean, I'm showing it to you, but I've shown you the same things a couple times here. But so pretty. Do like that. So I guess I like vintage because, and I like Tea Party, so it's called Vintage Tea Party. I haven't heard much from Jan lately. I hope she's okay. You guys probably have. I know she did all those videos on all your beautiful books, but yeah, see, Lisa heard that too, that Carmen said it was going to be a little tougher, that she went easy on us. You guys went easy on us because of the holidays, but to me, that furniture thing was kind of tough. That paper came in this magazine. It's kind of a freebie, and then it also came with these Winter Wonderland Frosty Christmas dies, Snowflake, and these tiny little Christmas trees. And I think these are the things they used on that wreath that was in the front somewhere. I don't know where it is, but they had all these little icon type things going around the wreath. You heard from her today? You heard from Jan? Well, maybe these will be in a giveaway at some point because I probably shouldn't use them. And maybe the paper too. Anyway, let's continue. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. Now, see, this paper is the shiny magazine paper. I don't like using that. To me, it's going to be awesome and not that hard. Okay, I'm trusting you, Isabel. And Lisa, yes, this government insurance stuff is a pain in the butt. I mean, how can somebody that's admitted into a hospital be considered outpatient? I just, don't get me started. I kind of had it in with a caseworker today, a case management worker, and I apologize. She seemed like a really nice lady, but oh well. Okay, Debbie, thank you for stopping by. Sorry I'm not really doing much crafting here tonight. Have a good night. Is Lisa leaving too? Oh, okay, Lisa Balsrette. I always say her name wrong too. Good night, guys. I don't have to, Clay. I have a whole table filled with, the top of it's filled with other dies and stamps that I'm not ready to give up yet, that aren't Stampin' Up. And I have a whole refrigerator container, those clear bins, long bins, like, let me show you. This is not it, but like this. I have one of these filled with retired Stampin' Up! Products that once they're retired, I'm not supposed to use them because I can't sell them to you guys. So, I don't know. I'm keeping them for a while, but I'm thinking I might have like a yard sale. And I can or I can every now and then, you know how I do my drawings, just have a drawing every now and then for a stamp set or something. But those will be used, not new. Yeah, Kat, that's what they said. Observation, but she needs an IV antibiotic. That's what the wound center sent her into the hospital for. So to me, that's not observation, that's treatment. And that was my argument. And she's been in the hospital for the same thing 3 times previously, and it was counted as an inpatient. So I'm hoping that the infectious disease people and the podiatrist will see her in the hospital tomorrow and change it to inpatient, but we'll already have 1 day of outpatient observation. Look at this cute little reindeer. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love those little cute things. It's got little hearts hanging off its antlers. Oh, when I came home tonight, I pulled in my driveway and a deer was at my back. I have a enclosed patio, and it was at the back door to my enclosed patio. And it turned around and was going backwards. I think it might have been a young buck, and I think he's been rubbing against my young dogwood tree. So I'm not happy about that, but I usually put corn out for them, and yeah. Sorry, Kathleen. I sold my Gemini to someone on YouTube earlier this year. Hi, Giselle Gigglelicious. I love that name. Gigglelicious. Do you have a fun giggle? Oh, you got it back. They took your insurance away? Okay, Kat, thank you for coming by and chatting with us. Hi, Helen. We're not doing too much. I'm just showing this magazine I got, and then maybe I'll just do a planner week or something, and that's probably about it tonight. I just don't have the energy tonight to do card making and stuff. And I'm having a cup of mint peppermint chamomile tea, which is getting cold, and that's to calm me because, yeah, it's been a long day. Yes, it's actually really good. I forget the brand. I think it's that Celestial Seasonings peppermint chamomile or peppermint sleepy time or something, which is chamomile. It's really good. Calming. So if my head hits the desk, you'll know what happened. Actually, it would hit the pole the camera's on before it hits the desk because I have it right in front of me. Yeah, that's my favorite brand too. I don't really care for Bigelow a whole lot. Sometimes it's okay. It just depends on the flavor, but a couple of them I've had I didn't care for. But I like Celestial Seasonings. And when I used to work in Dallas, away from home, obviously, there was a tea store in the mall that was really expensive, but they have some really good tea that you pour the hot water over, loose tea. It was so good. Which images should I back up? These are cute. My daughter does real gingerbread houses every year. And she had a rough day today too, because this is just telling you my life here, but her father, my first husband, suffered a brain injury. He worked at a rich person's property as the property manager and took care of stuff, and he was doing something up on the second floor of a stable, like a barn, and it had like a trapdoor thing, and somehow he either got pushed or fell through there and landed on a concrete floor at the bottom and hit the left side of his head, which impacted the right side of his brain. because it pushed it all to the one side. So anyway, he was in a coma for a couple months, and then he's just not the same. He's not the same. And now he has cancer. So, oh my gosh. So my daughter had to go, the place that was his employer, I guess, is fighting the workers' comp stuff. And hi, Nix. And so I guess he remarried. He's had and we're friends. I mean, I was only married to him for 5 years when I was like, stupid and young and stupid. Anyway, oh, who's leaving? I'm sorry. Jackie. Good night, Jackie. You too. Have a wonderful, blessed Christmas yourself. And I'm sure we'll talk before the new year. Anyway, so she had to go give a deposition today. And it was like from 9 till 12. So I can't imagine giving a deposition for that long. Ugh. Anyway, and she said it didn't go great. So I don't know what that means. Haven't had a chance to talk to her. Okay, this one's using glitter card. They're really pretty, like pink and purpley poinsettias, but they're out of glitter paper and like an angel. So pretty. So yeah, this is a really nice magazine. I just like to get ideas and then see if I can do something like them, make it my own. This is another one, this pop-up card here. I want to try and do, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know. Let me turn it this way and put it over here. This doesn't, now this I think I could do. And maybe this one too. It's sort of it's like accordion folded and then it has a back. And then the deer look like they're just glued onto the different accordion folds. So that I think I could do. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, wow. There's even a prize crossword puzzle. Okay, these papers, these ones that are by, who are they by? Shoot. First edition. I'm not saying this, but I'm saying this. I love first edition papers. I love Stampin' Up! Papers too, obviously, but I do really love first edition. And this one looks gorgeous. It's called Perfect Moments. That's all I'm going to say about that. And here there are some templates. Oh, they have templates for the little characters in these boxes. And this is how to make the pop-up card. And then they give you more papers. But they're the shiny papers. Yeah, first edition. So pretty. You too? But you know, I love Stampin' Up! The most. And I still have some first edition papers. And I still have some papers from those big box stores. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with it all. Because I'm not willing to give it up just yet anyway. So that's that. Really nice magazine. Really pretty papers in this one. And also some dies. So that is issue 189, Christmas card making and paper crafting, I guess it is. Anyway, so let's do what? My planner, I guess. You guys don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I just need to do my planner because I didn't do last week's. And I didn't do last week's. I did this one. I didn't do this one, which I have to do. And I have these two kits that I was saving to do this week. So I'm going to do, these are from Pretty Cute Planner. So I'm going to use this one for this week. And this one with the Santa Claus on it for next week, I think. So let me take them out. Maybe. Let me try and get this open right. I actually, you know, the Stampin' Up! Clearance rack has their last year's planner, but they're undated. So I actually ordered it. I didn't order the refills because I figured they have refills in for this year. But I like the navy blue cover of the one from last year better than the one for this year. So, I ordered it because it's on sale, like half off or something. So, but I have a planner. I have another happy planner already for next year, I think. Yeah, it was a 2018 to 19 one. I got it for like $7 on sale at that HL store big box, right? So I thought I'd use this for 2019, but it's the same style as the one I have now, you know, like vertical boxes. So maybe, what happened? Oh, these dumb ads. So maybe I'll use the other one for the business. I don't know. I don't remember how the pages are laid out. You've seen the cute planner kits? Yeah, there's lots of them. So this is one of my favorite Etsy shops. I don't buy from it often. I actually bought a couple Christmas ones a while back and just have been saving them. But pretty cute planner. And I do have a coupon code. I think it's Deb15 to get 15% off if you're interested. So I don't get paid by her. I just asked for a discount for my viewers. And yeah. So anyway, this is my happy planner for now. And what I usually do, and I already pulled out some Christmassy color washies. Traditional. And this one, which is from the Target Dollar Spot, I think it's the only thing I bought this year out of the Target Dollar Spot. Is anybody else? My jewelry business? Yeah, pretty much in the toilet right now, next. I really am going to try and get back into. I did do some with it this year, but not a lot. I had a couple. I had a show early on, I think, and then I had one in November, which was mostly jewelry, and that went okay. But I used to do about 10 shows a year. What I need to do is all the stuff I have made already. I need to get good pictures taken and get it all out on my Etsy shop because nobody's going to buy if I don't post stuff, right? So, yeah. Oops, sorry. Getting a text message. All right. I need my handy dandy cutter, which is actually an old card, which I can't find. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I might not be able to. Oh, here it is. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. No, I don't like that you can see the flowers through it, but oh well. You know what, Clay? They might make ephemera packs just for, but you can use any ephemera pack you want for this. But so many people make stickers and stuff. Yes, well, this year was tough. You're right, Kathleen, to get my jewelry business going because this was the year of Mom being in the hospital a lot, having to sell her house, do yard sales and stuff to sell her stuff out of her house and move her into assisted living and 2 more hospital stays. And then in my infinite wisdom, I started my Stampin' Up! Business too. So it's been, and that I actually am loving that. I really am. I do like the products. But I don't know. We'll see how long. I'm hoping, I really want to do it at least through like next year and see how I do. No, Clay, I don't hire anybody. I have to take them myself. And I have it's buried right now, but I have a photo box. And that was the other thing. My camera that I was taking decent pictures with died. It won't, the battery compartment won't stay closed. Um, so I was using my phone, and my phone is old and it doesn't take the best pictures either. So, oh, Kathleen, yeah, take care of your husband. Sorry to hear that. Man, everybody's getting sick. Somebody else on um, Chronic Crafter posted she had some kind of stomach bug or something. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, I digress. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stick some of these down. I love this cute little reindeer. It's kind of hard for me to think snowflakes because it's cold here right now. It's like 37. It's not like 23 like we had before. Thank you, Helen, for saying that. And I'm trying to think now. But Thursday, Friday, and Saturday it's supposed to, guess what? Rain. So it's going to be in the 40s Fahrenheit, and it's going to rain. And then, Clay, further to that conversation, I use PicMonkey. I actually paid for the paid one because I can put watermarks on my pictures then. Stop the world, you want to get off? Yeah. Yeah, mine was more like, when's the next train wreck happening? And I try and forget about it by doing Stampin' Up and YouTube and crafting. So anyway, I don't know. I thought about actually getting a real job again, but I need to be available at a spur of a moment and go take mom here or there or whatever. I just don't think I can do it. And actually, in January, I'm the official age for early retirement, but I'm not doing it. All right, so today is Tuesday, right? So I really don't have much of a to-do on Tuesday because I just really was in the hospital all day, pretty much. And yesterday, I'm just going to put a couple of these little starry things because that was just Make Christmas Cards Day. Tomorrow, I need to hustle my bustle. So I'm going to put one of these here. Thumbs up. Thank you. Am I saying your name right, Giselle? Is that your first name? Or do you go by something else? Giselle. And as far as I know, I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow except a store or 2 or 5 to get some Christmas shopping done. Actually, to get all of it done. And I got my son cheesecake because he gets home at 11:30 at night, so I figure he's getting his birthday cake at midnight. Anyway, oh my gosh, I'm so backwards this year. Okay, let's see. What color? That's a to-do, which is kind of crooked. Yeah, it is. I don't like that. Okay, thank you. Good. I'm glad I'm saying it right. Now I'm not going to take that out because I'm going to rip it. Thursday, I'll put something here because I'll probably be at the hospital again. The last 2 Friday nights, I have had shows to go to for my granddaughters. And last Friday night was my oldest granddaughter, Courtney's choir concert, but it was choir concert, jazz band, and regular band at her high school, her new high school. And she goes to Catholic school. I'm not Catholic, but my son-in-law is, and they agreed before his mother passed away that they would raise the children Catholic, which I'm okay with, I guess. Anyway, it was the and my son was in concert band, and he played a bassoon, and he played a big double bass thing because he's tall. I'm short. He's like 6'1". That's tall to me. Normal size for a guy, I guess. Anyway, um, it was the best high school. I mean, they were really good, and they even did. They had a smaller 11-person acapulco singing group. And you know how Pentatonics does that, Mary Did You Know? They were like almost there with Pentatonics in the quality of their voices and stuff. Not quite, but oh my gosh, it was so good. I was like, wow, this is high school people. But so they're sinking a lot of money into that, but it was so good. And then the week before that, my little 6-year-old granddaughter, what am I doing here? Yeah, I can do that. She is in, well, last year she did tap dance, but it's at an outside place that they take her to lessons where they have tap dance, ballet, and gymnastics. And I didn't know it until the morning of the show that she actually changed to gymnastics this year instead of tap, which I think is a good thing because I don't really know that, what are you going to do with tap? It's fun, but anyway. But they had kids there from like 3 years old or something all the way up to seniors in high school, and that was a good show too. But I liked the concert show better on Friday night. Hope Haley's not watching. You will never understand why bustles were a thing in the 19th century. I love Pentatonics too, especially Mary Did You Know? That's my favorite Christmas song that they do. So, not really doing this with any rhyme nor reason. Just doing it to chat. Kill time and chat. So, are any of you people out there planner people? I really was, you know what? That was my start into paper crafting, actually. It was planning because I started planning in like the fall of 2016, and then I was still doing jewelry making big time. Except 2016 was the first year Mom really was, that was her first really bad year. She ended up getting a pacemaker and stuff. Anyway, then in January 2017, I had known Misty Blackburn because she was a fellow jewelry maker. And she's on YouTube as well as MAC Jewelry and More or something like that. Anyway, I think I'm going to put that up here. So we were both starting to get into paper crafting. You going to sleep, Giselle? Sorry. Anyway, sorry if I'm boring you. So what was I saying? Oh, she was like, does anybody want to do a swap, like what were they called? A pocket letter swap. And I said, yes, I want to, because I've been seeing all these people do pocket letters. And Helen, you collect the stickers and use them in different ways. Well, that's okay too. No, come on, you have enough to plan. I put all my appointments in. I put all my to-dos in, including my YouTube stuff, my projects that are due by when, and all that stuff. So anyway, we did our first pocket letter swap, and then I was like really into pocket letters for a while. Now see, the 23rd, I'm actually going to see a play. There's a local theater here called the People's Light and Dance Theater. I think that's what it's called. They do really kind of weird plays. Like the one we're going to see, my daughter, or maybe it's her stepmother, got free tickets to it. So I'm going. But last year, it's a panto. You guys ever heard of pantos? They're like not the real story. So it's a Cinderella panto. And it's going to be kind of weird, I think. But, oh well, it's something to do with my family. And it's free, except for any refreshments or whatever. So, good price. Anyway. And who said, Annie's not a planner yet, but you're thinking about it. You know what? My planner, it helps me stay focused for one thing. But also, if I get in a rut, which I kind of feel like I'm in right now, it helps me get my creative juices flowing a little bit. Yeah, free is always great, right? So I love plays too, but it's, you know, for me to go into the city, which would be Philadelphia here or Lancaster. Philadelphia is closer for me. I don't like going to the city anymore. And I used to work Center City for quite a number of years, and I took the train, except for the nights I had to work till like midnight or something because the train stopped running at 11 o'clock. So anyway, I used to work long, crazy hours. Something you probably don't know about me is I used to be a workaholic. You use a planner but don't decorate it? Yeah, when I was working, actually, I did too. I didn't start decorating until fall of 2016. And then I was like, oh, look at all these people doing these pretty planner things and getting organized too. And yeah. So now I decorate it. I don't do a lot, but I mean, I thought about painting in it and using it like a using it sort of like an art journal, but you didn't know they did pantomime in the US anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, well, this place apparently does. Yeah. That kind of defeats the purpose of having a planner, Lisa. I get busy too, though. I didn't do last week's, so now I'm trying to catch up and do this week's and maybe next week's. And I really don't know what I'm doing here because the bottom section here, the way I do it is the top is appointments and stuff, which I kind of messed up a little bit. The bottom, I mean, the middle is my like to do, but it usually doesn't have enough room, so I carry it down into the bottom. But the bottom, I also like to write like meals and stuff, which if you guys follow me on Facebook, you know I've been trying to do this Shred 10 program, which is sort of a jumpstart healthy lifestyle eating. But it started on the 10th and it goes for 10 days. And let's see, I guess it's about over almost, and I have totally blown it because of stress and whatever. Just have not done it this time. Last time I did it, oops, I don't want to put that on yet. I lost 5 pounds, and I was hoping I'd lose 5 this time because it's supposed to be, you know, Shred 10, and I didn't lose 10. So anyway, what am I doing here? Okay, usually I have to clean here. Yeah, I'll stick a little vacuum cleaner on there. I never use these because I don't really have a payday. I pay myself because I'm living off my savings right now, which thankfully I have savings to live off of, but it's really hard to see your savings go down. All right, let's put some more washi. Anyway, maybe this year to do your planner. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, which you wouldn't think I'd be a creative person, but I'm like using the total opposite side of my brain most of the time when I'm crafting now. So I'm really enjoying it. Actually, I got started crafting before I left working in the jewelry. What happened was there you go, Helen. I've always loved jewelry. Like I wear jewelry a lot, and you wouldn't know it right now, but when I was working, I did all the time, you know, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, you name it, everything. Rings. I have a passion for rings. But anyway, I went to an earring class locally once, and the place since shut down, but it was like $25 or something one time when I was home on a Saturday. It was just like, I don't know, a 2-hour class, and she had all the beads and the findings and stuff there, and you could pick what you wanted to do, and then she showed you how to wire wrap, excuse me, the beads onto the ear wires and stuff, earrings, pins. Well, that got me hooked, and then I had to work, and I kind of forgot about it. And then for Christmas that year, my daughter got me a jewelry making book and a kit from like Michael's, where they have all those okay, I think we have a troll. And I don't know. I don't have anybody with a wrench. You know what, Clay? You're right. Money I don't spend. Well, we do have a troll, and unfortunately, I don't know if I'm able to do anything about it, and I don't know how to make somebody be my wrench person. Anybody want to be my wrench person? How do I do that? Do I just click on a name? Let's see if I can. No, Trump, my love, you can't. Click in a name. Can I just... Oh, I can remove. Ooh. Oh, so who wants to be a moderator? You will, Lisa? Okay, I'll make you a moderator. I think I can do that. Add moderator. Yes, you are a moderator. Yay! Thank you. So anyway, she got me this kit for Christmas. And I was traveling a lot for work. Like, I'm in Pennsylvania, but my company was in Texas, and I ended up going overseas a lot. But when I was in Texas for like 10 months one year, out of the year, I took my little jewelry stuff that I got and with me. And of course, there were stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and stuff there. And I started making jewelry in the hotel rooms on Saturdays and Sundays. So that really got me started. So then, long story short, my company was going through some trying times. I ended up being on a team that was helping them with a lawsuit they were bringing against someone, a couple different companies actually. Anyway, because my background was in federal contracting and I have an accounting degree. So anyway, High River City Creative. So I was doing this jewelry stuff and long story short, the company split into two companies. Like, one of their subsidiaries split off, and I ended up working for them for about 6 months to finish this lawsuit thing with my boss. And then the other part of the company got sold, and it was sold to another Texas company, and they wanted all their employees to be local, and that was okay with me, because by the time that lawsuit was done, I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Anyway, so I retired early, and I thought, I'm in my late 50s at the time, not anymore. And my dad passed away at 79, and the last 14 years of his life, he had dementia. So it was kind of, what did he get out of retirement? Nothing. So I figured maybe I'll see what I can do with the jewelry. And so I really put my heart and soul into that, doing craft shows, like lots of craft shows. I did some consignment shows, and then in 2016, Mom got really sick, and I did some shows that year, but 2017, not so much. In 2018, I did one show. Well, maybe two shows. One in the early part of the year and one in November. And then I kind of got in paper crafting because I figured it was just a hobby. So yeah, that's how it went, Helen. So I'm in a totally different, frame of mind, and I actually did a little bit of consulting work for the company after I formally left, but that was only for about 6 months, and then that kind of dried up. And then I actually got offers to do more, but it would have required me to be away from home for like 3 months at a time, and I couldn't do it at the time because of mom and other stuff. So yeah, that's my story. That's part of my story. Anyway, I often thought maybe I'd write a book someday, but I don't have that in me. I don't have it in me to write a book. I'd rather have fun playing with paper and beads. Yeah. I really am enjoying making cards and learning techniques in card making, which I think then carry over to other paper crafts too. And I have to say, in this vintage hop that we just did, I really loved making that fan, which was my second one, but I really had fun with that. And I actually really like doing the picture frame too, which is not in my area of, I'm not a alter this kind of person, but that was fun. So is this looking okay? I'm going to do a green stripe down this side, because I'm just going along doing stuff and not paying a whole lot of attention. You had fun. Yeah, I had fun with the hop too. And that the furniture one, I was like, you know what? I did that the day before that video had to go up because I couldn't decide what to do. Thank you, Lisa. I was like, I have this, I bought at a thrift shop, actually, this it's like a wooden shelf, and then it has sort of scroll work at the top with a heart in the middle, and it's a real dark brown. And what I wanted to do is sand it down and paint it white and make it be shabby looking, and maybe put some pink flowers and stuff on it. But I don't know, I just wasn't feeling like doing it that week. And I had bought those Dollar Tree furnitures specifically to try and do something. And then when I pulled them out, they have such rough edges. Oh, well, I won't earn the trip. I think you have to have 160,000 in flex points, which means 160,000 in either sales or a combination of sales and promotions. And you get promotions by a combination of sales and recruits and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think I'll make it, but I could still go if I get enough in sales and stuff between October and September next year. So thank you, Clay. I may be wrong on that figure too. Don't quote me on that. All right, so over here, I usually put some other kind of sticker thing and some quotes, which I don't have picked out. So let me cover up that notes thing. Maybe this. And I usually just leave the calendar thing on there. Doesn't bother me like it does some people. Plus, I don't have a sticker big enough to really cover the whole thing up. But yeah, I would love to go. I've been to Hawaii. See, the trip next year actually is to Greece. Yeah, I always wanted to go to Greece, but that's not in the cards. But the one in 2020, which you have to earn in 2019, is Maui. And I have been to Oahu because as a federal contractor, you know, they have naval base there and all that stuff, Pearl Harbor. Anyway, but I've never been to any of the other islands, so I really would like to go to Maui. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I may not be able to go because whatever. And I told Mom, she's 90, you know, she could outlive me. If she lives to be 100, I'll be in my 70s. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I don't know the answers to that. Only somebody with a much, you know, not unearthly being up in heaven knows better than I. Okay, let's pull out the quotes book and see if there's anything that strikes us for quotes. Longevity, yes. I couldn't tell you how she got to be 90 either, but I don't know. I mean, she eats a lot of apples and a lot of oranges. Oh, that's okay, Clay. That's all right. You have helped a lot already. Thank you. As have some of the other folks on here and some that aren't on here tonight. So, and I appreciate it. I really do. I wish I could do more for all of you, too. Just chill. That's me tonight. And coffee. But it doesn't match. On this Shred 10 thing I'm on, you're not supposed to have caffeine. No caffeine, no dairy, no gluten, which I'm actually getting used to the no gluten pretty good. I bought gluten-free bread, and I shouldn't really have the bread at all because of the calories, but it's gluten-free. And I actually do think not eating gluten helps drop pounds. So I am happy with that. And it actually, the whole philosophy is more vegetable based. Hi, Lisa's Crafty Corner. How are you? You know what, Crafty Lady Lisa, I love my coffee. I have decaf coffee and I have regular, but regular, I just love my regular coffee in the morning, and then I switch to tea. You need your dairy and coffee. See, I'm actually doing pretty good on the dairy too. I did slip and have a yogurt the other day because I buy them for my son for his lunches and stuff. And I'm probably going to slip up tomorrow since it's his birthday and have some cheesecake and some ice cream or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try and get him to take the cheesecake, except one piece that he leaves home for me, to his work tomorrow to share with his coworkers. So, Coke Zero or tea? Yeah, I like tea. See, I'm drinking peppermint chamomile. Yum, yum. It's getting cold, but actually tea is pretty good cold. Herbal teas, anyway. Coffee, I don't like cold. My friend Sue, who gave me that cat card I showed earlier, she likes cold, like, you know, what are they called? The cold coffees, you can get it, you know, like Dunkin' Donuts and stuff. I can't drink cold coffee. And I don't like coffee ice cream. No, no, no. Oh, here, we'll put a merry and bright on here. So we have happy day, let it all go and see what stays. And which is, I don't know, doesn't really fit, but merry and bright. That's what we're supposed to be this time of year. Teas are the bomb. Yes, I do love my teas too. Tivana, that's the one I was trying to think of earlier. Yes, gluten is inflammatory. None of us should probably be eating it. And I'm starting to get my left hand. Usually my right hand is where I had a little bit of arthritis. It feels fine this week, but now my left hand is really killing me this week. And I think, though, I might have bashed it on the railing going down my basement steps to do laundry the other day or something. I seem to remember felt like I jammed a finger, but it's like all my fingers hurt. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep moving because movement is good for arthritis, right? That's what they tell you. It's like a catch-22. All right, so we're sort of done this one except filling in the blanks. Let me see. I have all these. I have two favorites for writing in my journal. These are the Papermate Flares, which I love. And then I have a whole case full of Stampin' Up! Stampin' Right, which I love. And now these are, I have one of them out of here. I have a whole case of different colors of them. These are the in color ones for, I think, 2017 and 19. Yeah. These match the dye inks that stamp the stamp pads. So this is the Berry Burst, which is the same color as the Berry Burst ink pad. And the neat thing about them is they have the writing tip and they have like the painting tip. And you can use them to color and you can refill these with the dye ink refill bottles. You know, these jobbies, if you have the right colors. Okay, what am I missing here? Yes, I am not willing to give up meat. So the Shred 10 is plant-based, and they do have shake mixes, which actually are really good. They're like a plant protein-based shake mix, and they have them in like chocolate and vanilla and stuff. So they're really good. And if you put them in with some, like a scoop of that and some fresh frozen berries, because berries are like one of the only fruits I should really eat, and some almond milk, which I love. I'm actually grown to love that more than regular milk. And a little bit of coconut oil, but I buy the unflavored kind because I'm not a big coconut person. And you put that in a blender and mix it up. It is really, really good. Now, you can just do it with regular protein powder, but don't get the protein powder that has whey in it. There, you have to watch the ingredients. So that would be like a cup of almond milk, a cup of frozen berries, a tablespoon of coconut oil, and a scoop of protein powder that does not have whey in it. And yummy, really yummy shake. Yes, apparently I watched a video, Lisa, on these where if you get like a pair of pliers or something, these nibs pull out and then you can put some drops of the dye ink refills in them and you can refill them. So you cannot do that with the blends, you know, the alcohol markers. You can't do it with these. Those can't be refilled, I'm told. But these Stampin' Right markers can, because they have the same dye ink in them that the stamp pads have. So yeah, and you know, that's really what I like the most about Stampin' Up! Is that the ink pads, the markers, the alcohol markers, they all coordinate, and the papers, they all coordinate, and even their designer papers, they tell you which papers and colors go with it. So yeah. Yeah, they can be refilled, and you can't do that with a lot of ones you buy other places. Almond milk is yum. I'm not big into soy. I have to tell you, for years, I was soy protein, soy, and I was gaining weight, not losing weight. So I don't like soy anymore. And this Shred 10 does push soy, but I don't do the soy thing anymore. So I'll stick with I do like nuts, almonds, and stuff like that, and almond milk. And I love vegetables, so that's a plus for me. And lean protein, like, you know, chicken breast, fish, which nobody likes but me. So once in a while, I'll just have like a fish fillet in the microwave at lunchtime when my son is not home or something. So anyway. But he's not a big fish person, except like, you know, Mrs. Paul's fried battered fish stuff. Anyway. I don't have a red pen. I find that hard to believe. I have sort of a red pen. Berry. That's not really red. Okay. Stampin' Right. I'm going to use Stampin' Right because I don't have the right colors. And I think my cherry cobbler one is downstairs, but we can use Real Red. Is this? Yes, Real Red. I'm not going to write much in here, but I'm going to write 8:30 to 6. Mom to doctor and hospital. Admitted. And this is make and mail Christmas cards. Actually, they got mailed today, but I only did about, I made 20 yesterday. I told you the tags, what is it? Timeless Tidings. This thing, project kit. I did this yesterday. Timeless Tidings project kit. These are really pretty cards without altering them too much even. And what? Oh, and I'll just put 7 p.m. live. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 8:30. Tomorrow is Christmas shop. And call the hospital and stuff like that to find out what's going on. And actually, I need to call my doctor about something too. And that's it for that. And then Thursday, I'm really not going to write anything yet because it's either going to be move mom back to home, move mom to a rehab. Oh, good night, Helen. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. Next time I'll have a more planned out project. Usually I do cards or something. I just am not feeling it tonight. But next time I will. And then starting in January, it's going to be every Tuesday at 7 p.m. except on special occasions, like if somebody's birthday falls on that night or something. So thank you for coming by. Yeah, sugar is bad, Clay. Sugar is bad, bad, bad. And I used to like soda like everybody else, and I rarely drink soda. The only soda I usually drink is once in a while ginger ale. If I have an upset stomach or something, I'll use a little ginger ale or regular Coke, but rarely. So mostly I drink water, hot tea, cold unsweetened tea, or coffee. And coffee used to be a Splenda and French vanilla sugar-free creamer. I have given up the Splenda. So yay me, because apparently the sugar substitutes are just as bad for you as the sugar. So I am really trying to do the no sugar, which is really hard this time of year with all the cookies and stuff that people bake and all that. Anyway, I'm not going to fill the rest of this out, but how many people want to stay on? Should I say good night? Good night, Helen. Thank you again. Do we want to just decorate the next one? You will die if you have zero sugar or carbs at all. Well, you do need carbs for energy, but you need healthy carbs. Like grains and seeds, but the grains have to be gluten-free. Hi, Rebecca. You hope you could do that? Could do what, Nix? The Shred 10? Or the no soda? No soda? No soda is doable. Just fill your little body up with lots of water. And I will say, though, I like my water cold, and probably it's healthier for you if you drink it at room temperature, but And sometimes I do, but I prefer it to be cold. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the next week decorating because I think that's about all I can deal with tonight. No soda. And you don't drink any pop? Yeah, you call it pop. That's so cool. Midwestern, I think. You went 3 years without soda? Good for you. No sugar is hard. I will say no sugar is hard. Soda I don't really miss, but I have a sweet tooth, and I get that from my mother, but I really have to watch it because I'm like pre-diabetic too, and I do not want to end up with the issues that she's having now. And but we always had candy in the house when I was growing up. Not so much like cakes and stuff, pies maybe, and candy. And yeah, I like sweets too. I like sweets. My son, though, he's helping me in that regard because he's not a big sweets person, which is great because then I don't want to buy him as much. But when I go to the grocery store and I see all this Christmas candy and all the Halloween candy earlier, it's really hard. And then there's one store, it's a local like department store here. It's called Boscov's. It's sort of like a local version of like J.C. Penney or any of those other, box stores that are all disappearing. And they have a candy, like a handmade confectionery area. Oh my gosh. But the good news is it's really expensive, like $18 a pound for certain candies and stuff. So I went in there to look for something else. Actually, a repair part for a chair my mom has, a reclining chair. Anyway, and I had to walk right past it. So I stopped because there's a raspberry jelly and dark chocolate confectionery that we love. And I bought half a pound and it cost me $9. I was like, too much money, but they were good. So yeah, that was in between my 2 shred tents. Aw, you have a nice boss then. Wow. You like hard candy? I'm okay with hard candy, but I had a bad experience. When I must have been like 17 maybe because I was driving and I had my first car my dad had bought me for, I think it was a graduation present. Anyway, Monday is Christmas Eve. Have the Santa face in that way. So anyway, I got to the end of my road. I was in my car and I was sucking on a hard candy, and you know what happened? It slid down into my airway and I couldn't breathe and I'm panicking. Luckily, I was at the stop sign at the end of my street getting ready to turn, and I was like patting myself on the back and stuff and panicking because I could not catch my breath. So I finally put the car in park. It was still running, but I put it in park and I got out of the car and I started to walk down the street towards my home. I was like in tears and panicking, and it finally it dislodged, and I collected my self and got back in my car. But I had to sit there for a few minutes. I was shaking so bad. So I'm kind of funny about hard candy. I only will have it now when I'm not driving or anything like that. So Tuesday is Christmas. I should put something red on that day. Christmas. I don't know why red, but I just like it for Christmas. Yeah, that's another little tidbit of my history. It's funny the things that stick with you. The memories and stuff. So I actually, when my mom was in the ER waiting to be admitted, I actually had to go to the post office to mail my Christmas cards and 2 other things. And it wasn't my post office, but it's one close to where the hospital is. And anyway, I went in this post office because I figured it would be another couple hours before she actually got admitted, and they were just letting her there till the test results came back. So I got behind this lady who traveled a lot for work too. We got chit-chatting and stuff. And oh gosh, where was I going with this? My brain is fried, guys. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. I was at the post office. We were talking about candy being lodged in our throat. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, sorry. If it comes to mind, I'll start up again. My brain is gone tonight. I think I have a touch of my dad dementia already, but I'm not saying that. Okay, so this is Christmas Eve. This is Christmas morning, which I'm just going to go ahead and write in there. 9 a.m. I have to be at my daughter's, who is Amy. Just draw a little heart. For breakfast and present opening and stuff. You would get ill as a kid if someone gave you something very sugary other than liquid or hard candy. Oh, wow. Not me. You know, here's another little tidbit about me. When I was young, I could eat anything I wanted. I used to cry because I couldn't gain weight. Okay. When I graduated high school, I was 93 pounds. Yeah. I'm not 93 pounds anymore. I haven't been 93 pounds. Honestly, I had my daughter when I was young. You too, Rebecca? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm like way heavier now. It makes me sick, but it literally makes me sick. When I had my daughter young, I lost all of it except I was at 110 pounds after her. Okay, and I had gained I seem to remember the number 56 pounds I had gained with her, and I lost all of it except down to 110. And I thought I was fat at a size 8 because I had been a size 0 or 3 before. So yeah. And then there were 12 years between my son and my daughter and my son. And so I had my son when I was 31, and he just threw my whole metabolic system out of whack. And I don't know, maybe because he was so big, he was almost 10 pounds. And I was like, whoa. And he was like 24 inches. Have you ever seen a baby 24 inches long? Oh my gosh. They held this baby up and I thought, you have got to be kidding me. That did not just come out of this body. But it did. But then I had gained a lot of weight with him too, and I didn't lose it. I lost maybe 10 pounds or 20 pounds of it, and all the rest stayed on me. So that was sad. That was sad. Let's see. This is Charlie's birthday. Nope, that needs to be a to-do day. So yeah, so here I am, short and heavy. You were a big baby. Size-wise, I'm sure you mean. Yeah, Christopher was a big baby too. And you know what's funny? When Amy was a little baby and I took her to see the her pediatrician, like the first visit after they go home from the hospital, you know. Her pediatrician said to me, and it was a male pediatrician at the time, and he said to me, she's going to grow up to be a very independent young lady. And I thought, how in the world can you know, I mean, I was 19 when I had her. I'm like, no way. How do you know that, you know? You know what? He was right. Amy always was like ahead of herself. She walked by 11 months. She was ready to drive, even though she couldn't, by 14, you know? She was always ahead of schedule. She was always like that. And very independent, always wanted to be doing things on her own, and you know, and that caused a lot of tension between us. You cause your blame your son for your weight gain. Yeah, me too. But I love him. Anyway, and then when my son was born, in the delivery room, and they held him up, and he had his hands were like, I'm like, he's going to be a basketball player or something, because his hands were huge, and his feet, and well, he was just long, big, and lanky, and oh my gosh, I was like, where did this baby come from? Anyway, they told me he's going to be tall and thin. I'm like, no way is he going to be thin based on how big this baby is now, right? No, he's 6'1", and he's like, 130 pounds or something. He's thin. Skinny as a rail. He's actually gaining a little bit of weight. He has to watch because he's a little sedentary too, and he has to watch that. But his dad is kind of thin. So they were right about him. I'm like, I guess they see enough babies and then track them through the years, that they sort of know what they're going to be like. I don't know. I thought it was amazing. So, and my daughter, she was my very first ever ambulance ride because she picked the very first snowstorm of the year to be born. And we had 2 feet of snow, which I didn't even know. We called my mom. It was like, I think I woke up in the middle of the night in labor, and I didn't even know I was in labor. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, we called my mom and said, we think maybe I'm in labor. And she said, well, have you looked out your window? And I'm like, what do you mean? The cars, we lived in an apartment at the time, and the car was buried. I mean, totally wind blown, buried. And she said, you better call an ambulance. Oh my gosh. The kid in the ambulance, and he was a kid in the ambulance in the back with me, was so nervous because my contractions were 5 minutes apart. I know this is too much information. But anyway, at some point when I was having a contraction, he opened up the little window and said to the driver, hurry up, they're 5 minutes apart. I think he was terrified he was going to have to deliver this baby and had never done it before, I'm guessing, in the back of this ambulance. Well, that was the one time my daughter did take a little while longer to come out, because that was like 7 something in the morning, and she didn't make an appearance until 2:45 in the afternoon. My son, on the other hand, was born at 2:44 in the morning. So, yeah, it's funny. We all have our stories, right? So that's my kids' stories. I have no idea what I'm doing on Thursday, so I'm going to put this in the middle here. I'm talking too much. So what have you guys been crafting and doing? Are you ready for Christmas? Clay, you were 9 pounds and long too? Are you tall and thin now? I'm guessing you're tall. I don't know why. I just think you are. Okay. Sunday. Saturday. This is Haley's birthday. This is Haley's birthday, so I'm guessing we're going to have a Haley 6th birthday party. You're washing baby bottles, Nick? Oh, how old is your baby now? Just a few months, right? Unfortunately not. You're not tall? Oh, sewing. I bought another sewing machine about a year and a half ago. I've used it twice. I used it in Kathy's cards had a altered pot holder thing, and I used it in that. 8 months. Oh, so sweet. You're not thin? Yeah, well, you're not alone there. So anyway. I don't know what I'm doing Saturday, so I'm going to put stickers on it. And I have to use the other Santa one, which I should use closer to Christmas. Usually I go to church with Charlie on Christmas Eve at a little church down the road from him, which is really small but really fun. We sing, it's kind of an informal service, and we just sing Christmas carols and stuff. So that's usually what I do Christmas Eve, which I should write in here. I should have written it up there. That's all right. Christmas. service with C. So what all are you doing for the holidays? Are you cooking? Are you going away to see family? Oh, and you know what? This is, I don't know if I'll actually see him on this day, but oops, wrong end. But this is Charlie's birthday. December is a birthday month for us because my son is this. Oh, did I even write that on there? Oh my gosh. Christopher's birthday. 31st. But he has to work, so we won't get to do much of a celebration. So his birthday's then. Charlie's is here. Haley's is here. And mine's coming up a week later. Yeah. Ugh. No more birthdays for me. I'm going to go backwards. You didn't get the tall and jeans. Oh, me either. And also, my brother has, well, now he has gray hair, but he had blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay. Here's another thing you don't know about me. When I was a toddler, up until about 5 years old, I had blonde, naturally curly hair, but my eyes were never blue. They're like hazel, brown and hazel kind of thing. Anyway, nobody else in my immediate household had blonde hair. Ugh. I was so jealous he had blonde hair. And guess what? My daughter has blonde, naturally curly hair. She might have blue eyes, actually, too. But, yeah, all the rest of us had dark hair. So somewhere in my family, there's a blonde hair gene, but I didn't get it. So I think my mom has blue eyes, though. So that's where the blue eyes came from. But anyway, I don't know. I got the short end of the straw. And my brother is not, my dad was actually kind of short. And my mom was actually, she was actually about 5 inches taller than me. And now she's an inch shorter than me, which is bizarre because, you know, she shrunk. But anyway. And my dad was, as men go, kind of on the short side. So I got the short jeans and all that. You had blonde hair, but now it's dark brown. It turned brown when you hit 40. Wow. Oh, wow. I have naturally dark brown hair. Well, I did. Actually, the ends probably still are. But no, I've always had, I had blonde, naturally curly, and it stayed naturally curly hair, but the blonde went away and turned into light brown. And then by high school, it was long, naturally wavy, dark brown hair. You were the only blonde too? Oh, wow. Lucky you. Wonder why it turned, I guess our hormones change everything. I don't know. I had a paper boy who had pumpkin orange hair. He asked me out once, but I didn't do it. Kind of glad I didn't. Too. All right, so Sunday I'll just split it in half here. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm just putting down stickers. Oh, the 30th is the end, almost the end of the month. Yikes. I didn't put any washi tape down. Oops. Weekend. Weekends really don't mean too much to me. You started going gray at 24. You know, I probably shouldn't say this when there's a gentleman present, but I let my hair grow out. I don't remember exactly when that was. Might have been like the year right after I stopped officially working. I thought, why not? I'll try it. And no. My hair, it's not gray. It's like salt and pepper, and it just looks blah. So no. I'm sticking with the I'm going to keep the hair companies in business for a little while longer. Just not ready to look as old as I am. That's funny how the hair colors are so different in families, huh? You wonder where all that comes from. So, who looks great? Me? All you're seeing is my hands, and they don't look too good. But I will be 62 next month, guys. 62. Just not ready for that. And some days I feel my age, and other days I still feel like 30, maybe even 25. Are you 69, Rebecca? I didn't know that. Well, good. I don't feel so bad now. Welcome to my club. My friend Sue, she actually turned 70 this year. And she's doing really well. And I have a cousin who's probably like 74 now. She looks great but she's tall and thinner, but anyway. But her dad was real tall too. So my dad was not. I'm the daughter of a carpenter contractor. He worked hard. I have good skin. Well, I must have good skin except for this lovely scar here. I have sensitive skin. And I'm starting to get better about moisturizing because my skin right now feels really dry. It'll be 60 in a year and 9 months. So basically 2 years. I didn't think you were that old, Lisa, either. So you look young in all the pictures I see of you. Anyway, we're still all young at heart, right? Yeah, yeah. Yes, well, right now I have what my son lovingly calls a skunk stripe because where the roots, start coming out, they're gray, salt and pepper, and the rest of my hair is dark brown. So I have to add that to my to-do list. Do my hair. When am I going to do my hair? Oh my gosh, that has to be done back here. That's probably going to have to be Saturday. Do my hair. Ooh, no. That's got to be on Thursday. I'm going to write it down here. I don't want to leave it to Saturday because I'm going to the play, which I have no idea. Cinderella. I don't remember what time that starts. That's right. 62 is not old. Well, Clay, be thankful that you're young. I think I got probably about 20 years on you, right? Something like that. Anyway, be thankful that you're young. Because let me tell you, the years just seem to keep getting faster, going faster and faster. 62 is the new 42, right? Actually, though, if I have to go back, I don't want to go into my 40s. I had a lot of health issues start in my 40s, like my thyroid, melanoma. Let's see. Yeah, that was in my late 40s. But first, it was my thyroid, which I think I was hypothyroid and they let it go too long because I was misdiagnosed as not having a thyroid condition. And then, yeah, see, I figured you were a young chap. You look 50. I don't believe it. Anyway. So my 40s were actually not a good decade for me as health-wise. But my 50s kind of settled down. My 50s were pretty good, actually. And my 60s haven't been too bad so far. Because I get to craft and do YouTube, and it's fun. What? Well, then you just tell them if you look 60, then you must be young because you look like the rest of us that are in our 60s, right? My 30s were actually, that's when I had my son. My 30s were pretty good. I was a bit of a workaholic, but they were good years. And if I had to go back in time to an age I'd prefer to be at again, it'd probably be like 25. Because I feel like 25, you're starting to settle in to really like kind of know who you are, I guess. I don't know. And so 25 through the 30s, I think we're good. Good years. Busy years. I always do things the hard way. You too, you'd go back to your 20s. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I'm happy I'm doing Stampin' Up too. I actually do love it. I do love it. To the point where I'm kind of not doing as much jewelry, but I'm getting the jewelry itch. I'm wanting to do more jewelry stuff now too. So I will be doing more of that too. Let's see. Should we use red? I didn't put any on the bottom. I'm going to put this stuff on the bottom again. Pretty consistent. Let's see. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'd go back to 25. Actually, yeah. Oh, I started to say I worked a lot. I worked a lot along. I worked 26 years for one company before I worked for the company that was in Texas. That's a whole other story. I had actually left there and gone back to that same company twice, but I had a total of 26 years in, and I worked a lot of hours to try and I worked my way up into management. And I had a really good boss who encouraged me to go back to school because I didn't have my degree. Because back then, I mean, I got married I graduated high school at 17. I got married at 18, and I had my daughter at 19. So yeah, so I had a lot of responsibility at a lot of, at a young age. And but I had a really good boss who they used to call him a bull in the china cabinet, but he was very supportive of the people that worked for him, and he encouraged me to go back to school. And I did. For 12 years while I was working, I took 1 or 2 classes every semester for 12 years till I got my accounting degree. And I think there might have been a year and a half or so I didn't go because I think I didn't graduate. Let me see. I didn't graduate till after my son was born. So the year I was expecting him and maybe the year after that for a while, I didn't take classes, but after that I did. Is it really? Because I feel like now women are more independent and don't do that kind of stuff as much. But anyway, I was always told when I was working I wasn't the normal type person because one time when I left that company, I actually started my career there as an administrative clerk in human resources, which I loved. I loved it in that department, but I wanted to do more anyway. When I left there after my first 6 years, because I wanted to stay home and be with my daughter more, they replaced me with 2 people. And then they had the nerve to call me and say, do you want to come back and fill one of those positions? I'm like, no. But I did later go back, and I ended up being an administrative assistant to a different department, which I called the air department, the airhead department. They were scientists and engineers, and they were air quality specialists. And I loved working with those guys and gals. But then I applied for a job as a division accountant in federal contracting. It was like their first new division in federal contracting. And to my amazement, I got it, but I had no accounting background. So I mentored under some people there and learned a lot, worked my way up, worked my butt off. I remember quite a few nights where I was up all night doing homework one night, and then up all night another night doing work stuff. Yeah, it was crazy. And I actually was starting, my very first flight was from Philadelphia to Chicago for work. And I have had some really lucky moments in my life because I was terrified. I'd never flown before. My parents weren't wealthy, and we didn't go on vacations or fly anywhere, really. And I got next to a gentleman in the flight that asked me if it was my first flight. I guess he could tell I was nervous. And I said yes. And he started talking to me about how safe airplanes were and things like that. I was really fortunate that I was seated next to this man that loved to fly and knew all about airplane safety and all this stuff. And he put me at ease. And I actually, other than the waiting around in airports, I actually don't mind flying at all. In fact, when I started making jewelry many years later, I would get inspiration staring out the airplane windows and stuff, and I would actually draw drawings of necklaces and stuff while I was flying. So yeah, I was really getting into that. Now I'm like, I don't know, oversaturated market, but I'm wanting to make jewelry again too, and that's why I did the cameo in the last hop video for the vintage hop. I wanted to get back into jewelry. I don't know if I'm really liking that. I need something else over here again. Pull out my old quotey quote books. Yes, and you know what, Clay? That happened to me again when I left a management position later. They actually split it into two whole different departments and had two managers. So yeah, that's happened to me more than once. It's like I work my butt off and kind of get burnt out and stuff after killing myself, almost. Not literally, but, And then the company's hired two people to replace one. So I kind of feel bad for my daughter because she keeps getting in. When she was going to college, I told her, whatever you do, don't go into business administration because you can always go back and get your MBA, right? Thank you, Giselle. So what did she do? She got her degree in business administration. And anyway, and accounting with as a minor. And she is working her butt off now too. She actually is working, well, she's working a little bit less hours now, but her company is going through downsizing and stuff too. So I don't know. I hope that all works out. But she has a good job. But it's hard on her too. Yeah, I guess I should talk more crafting instead of all this personal stuff. I miss Chatty here tonight. And I should be listening to you guys and learning more about you and what you like so I can do stuff you like, maybe. You're in your late 40s. You're just a young thing. My daughter's 42. Yeah, I have a 42-year-old daughter. That just blows my mind. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, do your planner. I should start making planner videos again, but honestly, I didn't get a huge following on them. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I didn't get a huge YouTube crowd with my planners, so because I don't usually do good at doing a plan with me. It's easier to do that live than it is to record it. Your daughter is 42, 40 also. Wow. I'm looking through these books for quotes, but I'm not finding any that I'm loving here. Your heart knows the way. That'll go good, right? Your heart knows the way. My heart never wants to go back into federal contracting ever again. But on the positive note of that, with all that hard work, I will say I probably never would have gotten to see parts of the world or even the country that I got to see without having the jobs positions that I had. So I am very, very fortunate that way. I've been to Singapore several times, which is a beautiful city. I will never go back there for different reasons I can't go into, but it's a beautiful city. And then I've been in remote islands I shall not name in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And that's all I'll say. And I was there for 10 months also for work. So yeah, that was another chapter. And I've been to Guam several times. I actually I started up the whole business system on a contract in Guam, which was for the Air Force base out there, which is now merged with the Navy base and stuff. So anyway, yeah, I had quite the different life before. Let's see, I just need another sticker. That looks good here. Just looking more for color and appropriate words. It's not about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. Or good things take time. How about that one? Uh-oh. Power mode. Why did that come up? Are you guys still there? Oops. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Clay. You know, I'm usually kind of a quiet person in real life. Actually, when I was young, I was like super shy. I got over it. Well, I was an accountant, but I never went for my CPA. And I ended up getting more into contracts. So I was more like business manager / accountant / ethics officer. I had to train whole company in ethics. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, so I don't know. I started off doing like division accounting and purchasing also. And then I ended up doing business management and ethics. I actually went for training to become an ethics officer, a certified professional ethics officer. And I actually enjoyed it. A lot of regulations and stuff, but I enjoyed it. But most of the rest of the company people don't really enjoy it. And we did do a lot by email because we were like corporate headquarters was in the States and most of our contracts were everywhere all over the world. Places I would have liked to have gone would have been Spain, but I never got to go there, and Greece, but I never got to go there. Has anybody else been to Guam? Thank you, Nix. Oh, I have to put this one in somewhere. Though she be but little, she is fierce. when I was little and skinny, I used to say, how did I used to say it? Mighty, not mighty little, but oh, I forget now. Shoot. Something about being mighty instead of being mighty little. Oh, shoot. I can't think of the saying, but it was something like, you know, I might be small, but I'm mighty. Something along the same lines. Aw. Watching paint dry. I don't know. I've seen a lot of good videos though too. I have seen some lives where it's just like nobody's talking and you don't know what's going on, right? But anyway, I think that's a wrap, guys. Wrap. And it is 9:22, and I think I need to get sleep and have more tea first. So I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed chatting with you guys. You guys are fun. I love my viewers, and I love being on YouTube. People, some of my personal friends here are like, why do you do that? Hobbies are for people that don't have anything else to do. I'm like, hobbies are keeping me sane right now because some days with my mom, I'm just like, ugh. I had oh, good night, Lisa. Thank you for staying and watching with us. I had a nurse say to me in the wound center a week ago, I guess I was bickering with my mother or something. She said, you two are like an old married couple. I'm like, don't you dare ever say that to me again. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Anyway, my mother and I have not had, we've had an on again, off again relationship. So anyway, but I have a brother who does not do anything, but he's got his own health issues. But he doesn't really do much to help me other than listen once in a while. And so it all falls to me, and of course, but yeah. All right, guys, I'm rambling, so I am going to sign off. Thank you, Clay, Rebecca, Nix, Lisa, and anybody else that still might be watching. If you didn't give me a thumbs up, please do. I have 10 thumbs up, so I probably got everybody. But if anybody comes on and watches this, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm not going to be on next Tuesday because next Tuesday is Christmas. And I probably won't be on the Tuesday after that because I believe that's New Year's. But the week after that, which would be what, the 8th or something, 7th or 8th, I will be on at 7 p.m. that Tuesday night, whatever that date is. Okay? Oh, Paige, you're still here. Thank you. Good night. Well, everyone have a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday if you don't celebrate Christmas. And if I don't talk to you before then, also have a wonderful, happy, safe New Year and hopefully healthy and prosperous for everyone. Big hugs. Yep. Hugs, love, and peace. Until the next time. Bye for now. Yes.